What's up, guys?
Hey guys, this is Alicia from GameStart Asia.
Hi, Alicia. I am Alicia's friend and business partner. They call me cameraman. I'm in charge of doing the streams and stuff,
Yes,
and playing video games.
which we are going to do today, and also talk a little bit about
I can play it.
life and stuff.
Yeah, while you talk.
So you're better at the game, so
Yeah.
let you talk. So today, cameraman is a pretty well-known
Street Fighter.
character in the Street Fighter community.
Yep.
So today I wore my Street Fighter 5 T-shirt to commemorate this stream.
I'm wearing the elephant shirt. This is the Sanwa Button company shirt. So it's because the parent company of GameStart and BCTs is Elephant. So I'm wearing the elephant shirt.
Yeah. So today we wore T-shirts to match each other. Yay!
T-shirts.
So today, we're doing this stream to talk about
Playing my phone.
just to commemorate International Women's Day. So thanks to YouTube, we're just doing this quick stream here, and we're just gonna talk about us. And in the meantime, we're also gonna play the official GameStart game.
It's called the Pixel Battle, right?
Which this year got a bit of a rename because when it was launched, it was called GameStart 2015. Because we're such original, creative people that way.
I like the name Pixel Battle better.
Yes, we all do. So now it's been renamed to Pixel Battle since it's 2017.
Congrats on hitting the 100k downloads.
Thanks. Yes. So we're also really excited and happy because we checked and the game has reached 100k downloads on the App Store and Google Play. So we're really happy about that, and thanks so much guys for playing the game, for enjoying it. Like till today, even though we launched it in 2015, we're still getting people writing in and saying, we're really enjoying the game. Are you guys gonna do stuff with
Controller
it?
support.
Controller support, which we're working on. So today we're gonna play a bit of the game and have a bit of a chat, because we just announced GameStart for this year, which is gonna be happening 14 and 15 October in Singapore. And we're also excited to am I allowed to tell people about Scene?
Yeah. Or not about the things that I'm seeing, about the dates.
Yeah, but also
and the games that we are playing in Scene. That's about it.
So we're also very excited that Scene Southeast Asia Major, which is cameraman's event, is going to be coming back to GameStart. So lots and lots of fighting game action.
We're also doing mobile games.
And
Clash Royale.
So this year we're also going to expand into mobile games.
Hopefully Clash Royale.
Hopefully. We haven't quite decided what titles yet, right? But
It will be Clash Royale.
Okay.
And maybe Shadowverse.
Because he's the massive Clash Royale fan, right?
Yes, Doreen, 如果你在听的话，支持我们 Clash Royale.
Why must be Chinese?
Because she's Chinese. Okay, she also speaks English.
Okay. Yep.
It's more personal to speak in Chinese.
Okay. I'm bad at Chinese, so I'm gonna stick to English.
Okay.
So right now Yongte, cameraman. What do I call you? Do I call you
Cameraman.
Cameraman?
You can call me Yongte.
Okay, that's his real name, but his celebrity name is Cameraman.
Nice celebrity. But if you guys want to download the game, the link is down below or in the description. You can click on it. You can download it, search GameStart.
Yep, GameStart Pixel Battle, and it's completely free to play, free to download. We also have some really cool IPs inside that we worked really hard with some partners to get for the game, and it ties into what GameStart is all about, which is wanting to kind of like shine a spotlight on the games that come out of Asia, as well as the bigger partners that we work with. So like for example, this stage that cameraman is playing now has all these little Roman dudes. So they're from a game called Romans in My Cupboard, and they're actually by a Singaporean studio called Witching Hour Studios. So if you guys are interested to check it out, do check it out. It's also on mobile, so you can go download it and try the game. So the Witching Hour Studio, actually, I think they're a bit better known for their latest game, right, which is a PC title called Masquerada Songs and Shadows. So if you like story-driven, great narratives, go check it out because those guys really know how to tell a good story. Yeah, so
Shout outs to Papa Joe for tuning in. What's up, guys? So, yeah. Sorry to cut you off.
oh no problem. So we're just having a casual chat here. And we're just talking about GameStart.
Oh, you were talking before we go into GameStart. You were talking to me and educating me about Women's Day. Obviously, I'm a guy, so I don't care about women. No, just kidding.
What?
I have
What?
Well, I have many experiences with women. So I have a grandmother, I have a wife and a mother. Okay, obviously I have a mother and a grandmother.
I
That's
think
like
most people have grandmothers.
that is the
and mothers,
default,
right?
yes.
At some point.
I have a wife and a sister and a daughter. So I have I think almost every single configuration. Oh, I also have a I don't have a sister-in-law.
But you have a sister.
Yes, so that's the only missing configuration I don't have.
Okay.
I have lots of aunties and uncles and aunts and nephews and nieces. I have everything.
So you got a full package.
Yes. So Daylight Studios, GameStart Pixel Battle, you can see on the screen over there. Okay. Yeah, you were going to educate me because we don't usually talk about women's issues at home because I grew up with so many women already. I'm just
Yeah.
with women.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Well, not so much educating, right?
Oh,
But
my friends are women too. Like you.
I'm very happy to know that you have female friends.
Thank you.
It's yes. So
What? It's true. I'm just trying to cover.
okay, so how
I'm just
have-
offering my resume.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Job experience.
Great. Yeah, looks good.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I guess International Women's Day, it's really to celebrate and commemorate all women's rights, right? So like, I think in Singapore, we're really lucky because we don't really have any, well, there are always subtle differences, but in the sense, like, a lot of people always ask me, like, as a woman, as a female entrepreneur and as a female in the tech and gaming space, which is traditionally very male dominated, like, do I face any discrimination? Do I have issues? I have counterparts in other countries who face, challenges. Sometimes it's through people not taking you as seriously as the guys or not offering you the same kind of opportunities as the guys, which sucks. But in Singapore, we're quite lucky in that I personally anyway, haven't really experienced a lot of that, I think. People judge you here based more on merit, your own achievements rather than what gender you are.
Sometimes they judge people by who you know. And not by your sexuality
Well,
or
that's
anything.
true.
Yeah.
We're very mercenary that way, right? Like,
Yeah.
he do me. I don't care whether you're a guy or girl.
Yeah.
So Singaporeans are very realistic in that sense, I guess. So I don't give a shit what gender you are, but
As long as you
as
help
long as
me.
you're useful
Yeah.
to me, which works for me, right? I mean, whatever gets the job done. So, I think Singapore, in that sense, we're pretty fair. I have personally I wouldn't say I've experienced any setbacks because of being a female. And also on the other hand, even though it is a very male-dominated industry, like if you look, like we're in the office now, and I'm the only female out of 10 guys that we have in and out of the office working.
Well, we have one girl that was temp, and then she's gone, Cheryl.
Okay, yeah, so Cheryl was a temp, but in terms of driving stuff. Well, the other female in the in the office is Chloe,
Chloe!
if office cats count. So
She's just visiting, she's not an office cat officially. Simon is just bringing her to work.
she drops by once in a while, so she's the other female in the office. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I'm generally also quite used to being one of the guys, so I think maybe that helps. I don't know. Like I
don't see you as one of the guys.
Okay, that's nice.
I see you more as a person that always scolds me for doing the wrong things and correcting me.
That's work. That's different. So we work together a lot. Doing esports stuff, doing live productions, doing all things gaming. So we
We
end
work
up.
together on this game.
Yeah, like this game that he's playing, right? We all worked on it together. So the stage that he's playing right now is.
Well, this is my favorite stage of all time. This is the best stage of all.
So this is a Singapore themed stage. And those guys in the parachutes are these old toys, right, that we used to have as kids. Like paper umbrellas, and then you kind of throw them and they float down slowly.
But now they shoot at you.
Yeah, but you know, in the game they shoot at you.
Look at them twerk.
Yeah, so but this one, it was pretty cool. So we also took like the spiders are from another Singapore-made game.
Kanchiong Spider?
Yes, called Kanchiong Kopitiam game.
Yep.
That was also released in I think 2015. Yeah, I think. So you know, it's pretty cool that we got to collaborate with so many people just to make this. And if you do download the game, there's also like a lion character that you can use, and we actually had to get permission from the Singapore government, one of the agencies, because he's like an official mascot for caring. He's like courtesy. Yeah, he's our courtesy lion mascot. Sorry, I slept very late last night, so
yeah, I know.
brain's not really working.
And then this durian thing. Oh,
Yes,
this
and then this one is cool. So these green spiky things that are being thrown at you is a durian fruit, which is something that Singaporeans love, and you will either love it or you hate it.
You love it, right?
I love it, but it's one of those must-try things when you come to Singapore. You have to try it. The smell is very unique, as is the taste. So for some people it's an acquired taste. For some people you won't even be able to go like within a meter of it because the smell is so strong. But you have to try it anyway because you never know, right?
Yeah.
We love it. I love it. So when
well, my wife is from Jersey and she likes it too.
Oh really?
Yeah. But her parents were like shocked. It's like, what kind of savage civilization has my daughter married into?
Oh well, hey, but you know now durian is getting more popular. Like traditionally, it's been a Southeast Asian delicacy, but like I went to Japan recently and I saw it in the supermarkets. Like they have the frozen versions.
Yeah, I don't know about that one though.
Well, okay, I don't recommend eating frozen imported durian, but I guess if you have no choice, right?
Yeah, but from a culture that has fresh durians all the time, it's kind of.
That's true. Yeah, so if you go to like Malaysia, Indonesia, a lot of that comes from there. Thailand, a lot of the durian comes from there. Singapore, we don't grow it ourselves; we just eat tons of it. Yeah. So
this is our Mad Cats collaboration.
Yes.
Those are rats. They're mice.
Those are the Mad Cats mice, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is very hot stage.
Yeah, that's a hot stage. So we also tied up with Mad Cats, who have been a key driving force, I think, behind some of the fighting games.
Not anymore.
Well, sadly, not so much now.
Company not doing too well.
But I mean, Mad Cats for a long time has always been associated with the fighting game community.
I think it's especially
with them.
Yeah, especially with Markman. Shout out to Markman.
So shout out to Markman, who's been super awesome.
And these are the three main, no longer sponsored by Mad Cats.
Yeah, but still very well-known players
for fighting games.
And we were also very lucky that we were able to use their likeness in the game. So if you recognize them, good on you. But we won't name names right now.
Okay.
Will we?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's your game.
Okay. So this was a Mad Cats collaboration. So it was really cool of them to let us use, the logos and everything. So Markman is also in this game. And
as a playable character.
And he's one of the more fun ones because he's kind of known for loving sneakers. Like he's a huge sneaker collector.
And
joystick collector. So if you play his character, he throws, his ammo is sneakers and sticks. So he throws these things at the enemies to kill them.
Hey,
it's quite fun.
Joe is here too. That's no average Joe. Joe is on screen, right?
Oh yeah.
These are the This is not the no average Joe logos.
Yeah. These are these flying man things. Our video production partner, No Average Joe, they do super awesome work with documentary style stuff. So yeah, we kind of put them in as well because they've been such great partners, and it was just for fun to have their logo kind of floating around. So that's the No Average Joe logo, like little superhero.
Yay! So I think back to the women's issues. I think the most glaring thing about I hear most about the women's issue, other than the right to vote, is the pay gap. So those usually are the two main women's rights and pay
Well, that's
gap.
true, yeah.
That's usually the two that I hear the most. But maybe like what other struggles do you see that a normal like mainstream guy
Doesn't see?
doesn't notice or doesn't know about?
Well, I mean,
Our producer has just brought us
okay,
a
yeah.
gift.
So we just got a gift from Simon, who's been watching the stream, and he's got some questions for us.
You can actually
So-
type. Why didn't you type it in the live chat as a
He's
Q&A?
He's shy.
It's so
Okay, so wow. Okay, he says we've gone off topic, and I have questions for Women's Day. So
Okay.
his first question is, what made?
Hey, I brought the topic back.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good job. So I went
Hey.
off topic. I went off topic because I'm so in love with this game, right? I just want to talk about it all the time. What main change would you like to see for young girls in the next generation? Oh my god. Why so difficult, Simon? What main change would I like to see for young girls? Well, I think not just young girls, to be honest. One thing about Singaporeans, she's under the table. Yeah. So I think it's about having confidence. A lot of girls and a lot of society, even here, still teach you that the female's place is in the kitchen. You're the one expected to do the cooking, the housework, the everything. And on top of that, especially in Singapore, because everything's expensive, so both partners always have to work. Not everyone has the luxury of staying at home, right, and being a housewife or looking after the place all the time. So, and also something that I think our young generation, I would like to see anyway, is being taught that it's fine to take risks, that it's fine to do something that you love, versus doing something that your parents want you to do, or is the financially stable path, right?
Oh wait, I have to. That's not a woman's suggestion. I think that's a life.
Okay, so yeah,
that's
that's why
a
I
life
say
suggestion.
that's like a general younger generation thing. Because I mean, in Singapore, unfortunately, we're so fixated with financial stability, with getting a safe and stable job. So things like running off and starting your own game convention and
Going to esports.
and doing esports, which like half the country hasn't heard about. These are pretty high risk things in Singapore, I guess.
Yeah. But I think I don't agree with you 100% because your parents has all the experience in the world. They are the ones that has a wealth of knowledge and care for you the most about you. And sometimes you can learn from your parents.
I will debate them.
To your grave. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I mean that's of course. Your parents are great. If you have good parents who are supportive and will encourage you, that's great.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of, especially Asian parents here, right, who are like, no, don't be crazy. What is this gaming thing? Go and study. Get a job. Why do you want to do this? Go into banking. So the stereotypical growing up, like what I want to be. If you ask a lot of kids, it's like I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a, something that your parents' generation
But I think
thought was great.
I think it's like Louis Armstrong's song, "What a Wonderful World," right? Singapore has developed itself in such a short period of time that the parents that we have are not as educated or exposed to the kind of information that we were afforded. Like we have social media, which our parents are not that good at. We read the news more, we experience more things quicker than them. Our learning curve is higher. So sometimes we do get more, we know more about the world as we grow up. So that's why our parents will seem like they're not giving good advice sometimes because our education has tripled or quadrupled theirs during that time.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Right? Unless your dad is like an engineer or
My dad's a PhD holder.
yeah, so that'll be different.
He works in
Then
in engineering and tech.
Yeah, so I will trust his.
So-
yeah. My dad is also an engineer, so
No, but of course the previous generation brings very valuable insight. But it's true, with technology and especially now. I mean, even for us, right? Like for me, I didn't have a computer growing up. I only had a computer when I was like secondary school, which is
Yeah.
like 15 or so, right? So even for us, compared to the kids nowadays who are growing up, like you see kids 2 or 3 years old, playing with an iPad.
Yeah.
It's a very different upbringing. So I think
Oh.
that.
cat running out the door.
Yeah, so I think it's just different. But that said, for young girls, I think it's important to have confidence in yourself. That's something that a lot of my generation didn't have growing up. Opportunities, I guess.
I think for me as a father,
Yeah, what would you like your daughter to,
stay safe and do not date until you're 35.
Such a typical father thing.
Yes. No, but I just worry a lot. There's a lot of, especially with social media,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of cyber bullies out there, and a lot of things that, like you said, confidence. A lot of things that really bring my daughter's confidence level down compared to my son. So my son is, oblivious. He doesn't care too much. And that's the biggest difference we see as girls and guys. It's just
But it's in terms of what, like peer pressure? In
everything.
terms of-
Everything. When they go out, they need to still. When they're younger, they don't really care about the looks. But now, as she's growing older, she cares more about her looks, how she's how she's perceived by her friends. It's much more stressful. She has more things to worry about. Whether she's likable, if she do this, there's more consequences than my son. My son just do what he wants to do. It's much more. It's a much more stressful way to grow up, and has much more expectations for her compared to a guy. I think.
Okay. So I guess that's one real thing. I'll be honest, when I was growing up, I was a bit of a tomboy, so I actually mostly hung out with the boys anyway. and and fell down and climbed trees. So I guess I didn't really worry about having to dress up and stuff, but that was something that was very real for a lot of my peers, a lot of the other girls in my class and my female friends. So I guess the important thing is also to be, and that's why confidence is important in all aspects, and like being, comfortable in your own skin. Like if I want to wear a t-shirt today versus a dress, I'm not gonna feel like I did something wrong or I'm not good enough to hang out with the rest of them. So I guess choosing your friends is also really important. People who accept you for who you are and don't impose unreasonable expectations on you, which I know is easier said than done, right? But yeah. So question 2, who is my biggest influence?
I assume it's female, right? It has to be female, or it can be a guy or girl.
I guess you can come back to anything, right? I mean, general biggest influence. I think coming back to the whole parent thing, probably my parents, especially my dad, because my parents are really interesting in that my mom is a super creative, free spirit, bordering on hippie type. My dad is mega straight-laced engineer, like we do everything by the book, and
She's amazing. Your mom is an amazing cook too. Don't
yeah,
forget.
my mom is a freaking awesome cook. She made the best cookies last week. But anyway, that's tangent. So I think for me, when I was a kid, I'm easily distracted. So I'm always running after like this new random idea or this new thing I want to do. And there wasn't a lot of structure in my life growing up. But I think my dad is probably one of my biggest influences because I appreciated So he's on the extreme end, but I appreciated his logical approach to things and how he solved problems and how he dealt with a lot of, I guess, a lot of the emotional aspects, you know, of growing up. You know, I was an emo teenager until isn't right, but yeah. So I actually started observing, you know, like how he dealt with stuff, the way he thought about things in a logical manner, and kind of tried to model after that. And I think that has impacted a lot of my decision-making styles. Like when I want to make a decision, when I go into certain things, I think about things in a certain logical way, and that has helped me make a lot of the decisions that have led me basically to here, right? So from getting my first job to my moving around to starting GameStart, starting Zombits, yeah, a lot of that kind of stuff. How about you? Since we're on the subject of
Well,
influences.
it's about women today, so I'm gonna.
Are you copping out?
No, I'm not
on this
copying out.
question?
I exactly the same thing. I think the only difference, my dad is exactly the same as your dad,
Oh,
so it's the same.
it should
But
be.
my mom is completely different. She's a savvy businesswoman. Actually, I think most people admire my mom a lot for her business powers and being very shrewd and just overall a great storyteller and really willing to take a lot of risk. And that's my mom. My dad is like, go join the army and live your life. Let the government take care of you.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, it's almost the same. I think it's just I think our moms are a little different.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think that helps, right? Because that's where we get our
Wait, my mom can't cook.
entrepreneurial spirit from, maybe. But then our dads are then the let's drag you back to reality so you don't go
Yeah.
over the cliff kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. See? We have something in common. I don't understand this question. Who are your ideal icons?
That means who do you admire right now, other than looking up to, like who are the people that are in your field right now that you admire? Like, wow, this guy's doing awesome stuff.
Well, there's too many people to name, and different people doing different things. I don't really have an ideal icon because to me everyone kind of.
Well, I don't think you can talk. You don't have to talk about your work icon. You can always talk about your, your other interests, like your movies, music. I know you like a lot of musicians and anime, manga.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of stuff that you enjoy, right? And you use as influences, and you kind of take what you think is good from there and kind of apply it to your own life. So I think for me, well, right now anyway, off the top of my head, I can't really think of a one or two maybe people or characters that are my ideal. Because to me, I really believe that everyone is unique and you build your own story and you build your own life, you know, and you take little bits of influence from everything that you interact with, right? It could even be, like, I learned a lot of stuff from anime and manga. I'll be upfront about it, you know, about being resilient, about, I like the shonen genre, so it's all about, you know, persevering and succeeding in the face of adversity, right? So, which you need a lot of, I think, when you're an entrepreneur, like, because on the days when everything feels like it's gone to shit, you don't want to, you wonder what you're doing with your life, then you gotta just think of the good stuff and like tomorrow will be a better day, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
What's the no mind, sorry. That's the problem when you're playing game, you cannot think properly.
Well, you don't have to, yeah. You're doing a good job though. So, okay, so this is
No, go back to the
sea
topic.
lion.
Just download the
He's
game.
my favorite character because he's
Full
like
of
the hearts like hit everything, and it's
And they have
the
more
easiest
hearts.
character to play the game with. Yeah. But
Oh, there's more hearts. The hearts become more hearts.
yeah, so it's cool.
Oh, what's the...
Okay, last question. What do you think is the biggest issue facing women my age today?
I think we talked about it already, right? No?
Well,
No.
a little bit. No, I just talked about me personally, but I didn't really talk about
today?
women in general. I think there are a lot of issues, of course. I mean, gender equality in a lot of countries is a problem. Like you mentioned earlier, pay is never. That's one thing. Like even here, pay is never equal. So women always get paid less, which sucks. Even though they do the same thing, they work just as hard. That's one thing. There are several issues. I wouldn't say there's a
Wait, isn't one of the biggest companies in Singapore, Temasek Holdings, is run by a woman? Though?
I mean, there are plenty of female CEOs and everything out there. So
Yeah. Even Singtel, right? If I'm not wrong. Or used to be.
yeah. Well, Singapore, yes, but no. But I mean, so there are plenty of women in Singapore in high positions, but in a lot of other countries that isn't the case.
I think
Because there is a transparent glass ceiling that you hit, and then you unfortunately can't progress anymore. So
maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel that being a woman CEO in Singapore is much less stressful than in like how Marissa Mayer, when she took over Yahoo. There's so much controversy and reporting.
But the controversy wasn't because she's female.
I feel like
The controversy was because of the decision she was making, like spending billions of dollars on buying something that you end up not
yes,
utilizing.
I agree. But then there's also like I feel like a lot of CEOs do that sometimes in Silicon Valley, but they don't get scrutinized as much as Marissa did. I felt that a lot of news was centered around her. There was a lot of stress involved in her job. That's how I saw it, because I've never seen a Singapore CEO women being depicted or reported in that light. Compared to like in US, right, where CEOs make bad decisions all the time, but they are not crucified or reported like Marissa did. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
When I
Well,
see it.
I'll be honest. I mean, the US definitely has major gender inequality issues, and that's why I say in Singapore we're a bit luckier in that sense, because in the US they have, I would say. I mean, I didn't really follow the Mayor case as closely, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because I mean, one of the countries with a lot of I'm trying to find a word for it.
Never mind. Super Dirty 8 is asking a question. Do you feel women represented? Oh, I died. Oh wait, did I look?
Are represented in games fairly, or is there still a long way to go? Okay,
Like women are always dressed
yes.
very
No, women are not represented fairly because
to be or
why
not to
does
be.
the female armor, like, how do you get protected if only your freaking boobs are protected?
Get
Like,
less-
what about the rest of you? What's this? Is there like a invisible force field like that this boob holder has that protects you on
The stronger
on
you
the
get,
battlefield?
the less clothes you get.
Yeah, so like the invisible force field gets stronger.
How do you
right?
feel about 2B then?
What's 2B?
Maybe Super Dirty 8 can tell you. Is this new game that you can see a lot of the undergarments of the girl while she attacks?
Well, that's normal. I mean, normal in the sense that there are plenty of games like that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I understand the appeal and the need for sexy characters. I mean, look at even Final Fantasy 15, right? Which is like boy band. I'm not complaining, by the way.
Yeah. I think that is actually a very gender equality game in terms of everyone is looking sexy.
Yeah, so everyone in that show is sexy, right? So
Yeah.
I think equality means that if your female character is scantily clad, so is your male character. I mean, come on, man, be fair, right? I mean, I personally don't have a lot of issue with skimpy clothes in games because aesthetics is important. But I would appreciate if there were more aesthetics catering to the female audience as well, especially now with more and more females being gamers. I mean, traditionally a lot of gamers were guys, so yeah, I understand. But there's sexy clothes and then there's way too little clothing, right?
I'm a guy, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna be very typical guy and just say that I appreciate the less. I'm just being real here.
Yeah. So I don't think so, but that's it. I do appreciate that there have been some stronger female characters that have been coming out of newer games.
Oh, like who?
Like I can't think of the name right now. The one
I'm
that
sure
had a
there's a
really
lot.
good. Yeah, there are a lot. There are a lot. Unfortunately, my brain's a bit frozen right now.
Simon, can you help?
Like Ellie from. What was that? What was that game? Yeah, really good story. It was about the end of the world and yes,
Last of Us.
like
Yeah.
Last of Us. Yeah, and like even well, I haven't played it yet, but Horizon Zero Dawn is a female protagonist, right?
Yep.
And even for like the Tales series, Tales of Berseria, I think was the first time they had a female protagonist, right?
I think female protagonist wise, the biggest, like the most amazing one of my time was when and blew my mind. And it's a very old game. It's Metroid. Like you'll play Metroid halfway and then what? She was a girl? I thought she was a guy. I thought that was the number one female protagonist that like just it was not shown that she was female. Nothing about her was female, and that's just how you mess up your mind, right? As a kid growing up, you play the whole game through, and then you realize, wow, she's a woman. And as a child, when I was playing that, I was like, that really rocked me to the core, where I say, anything a guy can do, a woman can do too. Because I played the whole game thinking that was a dude. It's like, yeah, I'm throwing bombs, I'm rolling around in the ball, I don't know how I squeeze myself in that. And I'm shooting people, killing enemies, and I thought I was a boy because I'm a guy playing it.
Yeah.
And I just picture myself. But then when I found out it was a girl, I was like, oh, what? That's what I thought.
Okay.
That's how I felt. Like I've not experienced another game that has profoundly altered my image of a video game female protagonist than Metroid. I think that's. Then after that, later on, everyone just makes Zero Suit, which kind of went opposite.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks, but that's pretty cool though. I never played Metroid,
Yeah.
but I see a lot of fan art and Metroid still has like niche, like
Yep.
cult following, I think.
But I think it's really like if you actually play the first Metroid, then you'll feel that shock. But then if you know about Metroid now, it's just
then you kind of already know that it's a girl.
yeah, and everyone is just doing the female Zero Suit anyway for cosplay. You don't see Metroid full armor as much as
Well,
Zero
that's
Suit.
true, I guess.
Yeah, that's how I feel. But yeah, sorry, that was my female influence.
Oh, that was a cool story though. Yeah, good to know. Okay.
I mean, that's
So
it, right?
yeah, that's it for the questions, I think.
I think the other thing is like, you want to talk about this is the only collaboration for this that you haven't talked about, which is
Oh, for the game.
yes,
So
Macali.
yeah. So we have Street Fighter 5 characters in the game. Yeah, so that was super cool, and we were like, thank you, big shout out to Capcom for letting us use the Street Fighter IP in the game, which just made a huge difference, and we could play around with new characters. And we launched this like just
it's Street Fighter 5.
when Street Fighter 5 launched. Yeah, so we were working on it before the official game launched, and then we pushed it out in 2015, just after the launch of Street Fighter 5.
And I think it's Street Fighter in Singapore compared to like most places in the world. Well, we have a huge female player base. Like for Steam, we always have female players, and they're always very high level.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
and they are always doing well. You can search Southeast Asia major like Jennifer, I think Mim, Guilty, Carrie Paku, Choco Blanca, Sam. Sam and Jennifer are Singaporeans,
Okay.
and then the rest are Japanese and Australian. So if you search them up, you can really see how good they are in Street Fighter. Like they're really, really good. Amazing. Yvonne is another one from Singapore. She's also really good at the game, but now she's playing Dota. So,
Okay. Yeah, but it's also cool that we're seeing more female competitive gamers, I think, in Street Fighter, but also outside of that, right? Like now there are a couple of female leagues for Dota, I think. I'm not sure about League, but
how do you feel about female leagues? I personally do not like them. I feel like both of them should compete in equal, but that's from Street Fighter. So
well, personally, if you want to talk about gender equality, then I would say yes. It would be nice to see teams where you have both male and female players.
they do like StarCraft
Yeah.
and Street Fighter both are non.
Yeah, so you have mixed, right? And I think, to be honest, personally, I think that's the way to go. I don't think there's a real need for female-only leagues unless you're saying that in terms of physical ability, right? Like how in the sports leagues they have male and female because physical ability is different. But when in gaming you're talking about motor skills, you know, how fast the strategy and everything. So I don't think the physical difference is as big. So personally, I mean, I could be wrong for certain games, but generally, I would say, yeah, ideally it should be mixed and have males and females compete equally.
Yeah, I agree. I think I don't see a difference between males and females. It's just I think sometimes because there's a lot of guys. So when females want to join, it's much more what do you call? It
It's
seems
tougher,
daunting.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it could also be, unfortunately, which some of my friends have experienced, which is there are no girls on the internet, girls don't play games, right? So then they automatically assume that just because you're a girl, you're not as good, which is rubbish because there are some really, really good female players out there.
It's proven. It's not like
Yeah, exactly,
like,
right? So I think the female leagues are a good start because then at least you're getting girls out there in the visible, you know, they're more visible, they're playing competitively. I think in the long run it helps because then people at least take notice and say, hey, you know, there are girls that play games seriously, right? And not just like the stereotypical, like, oh, I'm just here because my boyfriend is playing.
hey, what's this?
What's that?
I'm
Oh,
almost
because you finished? Oh.
fatal error.
Oh no!
What? Sonic!
Okay, we need to get that fixed.
Aw.
Sorry. Okay, we're gonna fix that. But yeah, so I think female leagues are great now, but eventually I would like to hope and see that, you know, we'll be able to play on equal footing and it won't be a big deal. You
Yeah.
know, if there are female competitive players, which shouldn't be. So to me, the real part when we get to equality is when, you know, a girl, or there are plenty girls to sign up for a tournament or something and no one bats an eyelid. Like, no one cares because you're just another competitor, right? And that's when you have true equality, I think.
Yep. I think even in Street Fighter, even though we have a lot of female players, there's still a debate on that issue. I guess it will never go away because, you know, everyone is different. Even if males and females integrated, then they will move on to the next topic. I feel like if skin color, religion, race, culture, city, neighborhood.
Really? In gaming? How does that factor?
Like East Coast versus West Coast.
No, but that's different because that's like country.
Territorial.
Like, that's like, you know, like Singapore versus Malaysia, right? That's different. That's like national pride.
Yes.
But it's not like you can't play as well as me because you are.
Or sometimes that national pride, this kind of trash talk will happen.
No, but that's national pride trash talk, which is fine, but not like I genuinely think that you suck because you are Chinese, or I genuinely think that you know, Asians can't play as well as.
Yep, agree.
Right? Exactly. So I think that is the problem, and that's also the problem with gender inequality, right? So if it's just trash talk like yeah, you suck, you know, I'm gonna kick your ass. That's different from, you know, generally Asians can't really play Street Fighter, for example.
Yeah.
Right? So then that's different.
Yeah.
Just like if say you go to a Dota tournament and you're like, huh, why is there a girl competing? She's gonna lose, right?
Yeah.
So that's the difference there to me. Yeah.
Alright, that's all I have to talk about that.
Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap this up. We've been talking for about 45 minutes. Interestingly. Yeah, so you know, if you watch this or you're gonna watch the video, please download GameStart Pixel Battle on App Store, Google Play, and GameStart this year and Southeast Asia Major this year is going to be happening 14 and 15 October in Singapore. Please, you know, come down, join us. We've got some pretty exciting things planned. We can't really share it right now, sorry, but do stay tuned on our social channels for the next coming months. So lots of stuff coming up, and yeah.
And the reason why we're sitting so far away is not because, you know, I want to get as far away. It's because we thought Chloe would join us here, but then she never.
Okay, so we can, as a goodbye, we can get the only other female in the office on stream right now.
Hello. Simon, can you bring Chloe here? Thank you, Simon.
Yay! So introducing the other female in the office,
Chloe.
who is Chloe,
Hi, Chloe.
who is also very noisy and has been meowing the whole time we were on stream. So say hi, Chloe.
So she's uncomfortable. She's like, why am I here?
Yeah. So we were gonna start a channel playing games with her, but unfortunately we haven't quite gotten around to that yet.
That's not my channel, but
Yeah, but we're gonna
working
try
on
and
it.
do that, yeah. So yeah, this is Chloe. She's the other female in the office.
so close.
So International Women's Day. Yeah, thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time.
Oh wait, gotta do the. Hi!
Bye!
Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream. Alright.